That intro never gets old. It never doesn't. It never does. It never does. What's going on, y'all? Episode Trace, brought to you by Doobie Snacks, the best cake pops in the entire world. Discount Armtillery code or discount code Armtillery gets you 15% off for your Valentine's Day boo gifts. Go to Instagram, check us out. Welcome to Armtillery Reloaded. We're going to go over some spicy topics today. I will be having the one and only Scott West on and Aaron Barden to talk about their match happening tomorrow. Little tune-up match for Sir Scott West. And then we've got Mr. Edo Music and Steve West for going on tomorrow as well. So they'll be on here. So I'm getting the boys riled up, sending this off all the way right now. If you could do me a favor, if you're on here, share this on your guys' Facebook for me. Let everybody know what it's on. I'm going to do the same. Go ahead and throw a bicep up in the chat if you're with me, so I know audio is working. And then let's get this thing shared away. There it is. Share. Facebook. It is going in the So Strong chat now. Legendary Boken will be on in a little bit. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's on. Now let's go ahead and share it on my Facebook. Episode 3 going down. And we are posted. So now all we got to do is wait for the homeboys coming on. We do have some exciting news. Some stuff, I guess, that we can talk about prior to everyone else coming on. Let's see. I did mention to everybody that I was interested in throwing a pretty substantial super match for here in Arizona. Now, half part being California, but a native nonetheless, and someone we know and love. In Mr. Carl Gerke. Carl Gerke versus I'll be there tomorrow. It should be fun. What's up with the beef between Steve and John? It's not beef. I hate to give fuel into the fire that is John Carlson. But yeah, hold on one sec. Steve is calling us. Let's get a Steve on the. Yes, sir.
Hey, sorry, buddy. I'm pressing enter studio, but then it's not bringing me to your feed. I don't think. It's saying Studio GoPro, and it has all these red screens on the left. Welcome, presentation, video playback, demonstration, Q&A.
No, that's not it.
That's not it.
No, try it again. I'll send you a new link.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
All right. Well, maybe my links are not working. I doubt it. I highly have this issue, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and send another link to Sir Steve. Sorry about the delay, everybody. But what I was saying was Mr. Carl Gerke versus Miguel Ortega. It's such a great match. Would be incredible to watch. And I got a little okay from the man, Mr. Dustin Allen himself, that he would be interested in throwing that as a intro super match to the Battle of the Brave East versus West qualifier, which I just think is the dopest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. So that's what we're going to be working on, trying to make that happen. Steve, I'm sending you a new invite as we speak. I sent it to his chat, and I sent it to his text message. If he doesn't get on there, then I don't know what to tell you, bud. Right. I'm making my cappuccino, says the legendary Vulcan. Well, that's a necessity. I have my... All right, I'm not giving you guys a shout, but got that guy. It worked. Maybe it was my link. Maybe I got to send everyone else a new link. There it is. There it is. What's going on, dude?
Another day.
I can barely hear you, and I think it's me. Let me turn me up. Okay, there we go. Now I can hear you.
Better?
Yes, sir. Cody Addison. What's up, everyone? What's going on, Cody?
What's up,
Get
baby?
your ass on here and come talk some shit with us, you and Steven, man. This shit is not fucking working. All right. It looks like the first one I sent you didn't work. So let's go ahead and send this one to Scott and see if this one works. I'm so embarrassed. Cool. So I don't know if you were in the midst of transitioning on, but looks like we might do Miguel versus Carl at the Battle of the Brave, East versus West qualifier.
Nice.
Woo! That would be sick. That would be.
I mean, Miguel on that one?
I don't know, dude. I know Miguel's level. I never pull him.
He's ridiculous. I mean, he's normal like the most of us, where our right is way different than our left. I could actually move his left. But yeah, his right arm's just sticky.
Yeah. We also have a surprise guest on tonight. Someone that asked for the link. You know what that means, everybody? Someone's got cajones.
He's gonna step up. Who's he calling out?
That's the question. We're gonna find out. And he is
just
joined.
My wrist just does this on purpose by itself now.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, he's on here with us. He is known as the young one, the prodigy, the Padawan himself.
I knew it.
Can you hear us?
Uh-oh,
he's freezing up. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No,
okay, there we go.
There he goes.
Yeah, you got to turn your phone, young player. I think he's getting inside right now.
Chris Camo in the back. What's up, fellas? Got you on in the background. Go AZ. Need to catch a practice before it gets too hot out again.
Man, it's been a long minute since we've seen you, Chris G. What's going on, player?
Your buddy.
Come back on out, man. Basically every Saturday.
Come play with us, bro.
There we go.
What's going on?
You got to turn your light on. Turn your car light on.
Y'all can hear me good, yeah?
You in the car?
Yeah, I'm going to turn it on.
The coach,
the
coach and the head of Wild West Arms, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know why this is always so bad for me. Like, y'all are glitching out and stuff.
It's your internet.
Probably because you're on a phone.
Yeah, it's your internet. We're all in the comfortness of our home.
You guys are so quiet. I'm on data.
That's exactly why. We all got Wi-Fi connection, player.
Okay, I'm going to literally be home in 5 minutes. I'll join back then. How about that?
All right, cool. We'll see you in a little bit.
Scott West, my man. How we feeling?
Nice beard, bro.
Better if I can fucking hear you guys.
You can't hear us either?
Turn your volume up.
Turn your volume up.
It's up. I'll screenshot it for you. It's all the way up.
Dude, I can hear you guys loud and clear. What the hell? Is it on the app itself? Like, look at if you move your arrow.
I don't know when it was, but did you switch this before? Because I could have sworn I've never had this fucking trouble ever with this fucking app.
No, and I don't know. Everyone said they had this. Everyone said they had problems. So I sent the new link out, and I mean, the audio shouldn't be affected though.
No.
If you hover,
I can't.
if you hover your arrow over the screen, do you see the volume toggle?
Yeah, I can't fucking hear shit.
Yeah, there's a volume toggle on your like personal screen itself, so you can turn everybody's up and down, and then obviously your laptop itself. But yeah, dude, how weird.
We'll try to speak up for you, old man.
Yeah, I'll scream. No, I'm teasing. So we're waiting for Aaron. Aaron said he's driving. He'll come on. Josiah, obviously, he's got some stuff that he wants to talk about. As I said that, there he is.
What's good?
Can you hear us?
You hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to turn your phone?
Hold on. Let's sit on my thing.
Boom. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, this is perfect too. We got you guys a little like back to each other. Oh no. Well, for everyone that doesn't know, Scott West and Aaron Barden will be having a match tomorrow. We're gonna go over a little bit of that tonight.
Okay, you're all set up, Aaron. Can you hear us okay? Awesome. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming on. John just mentioned that you and Scott West will be having a match tomorrow at the Bellick Residence.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, seems like Scott still can't hear us.
He's shaking his head like he can hear us.
Like he can't hear us, but of course he can.
Look at his arm going. Look, you see him going like this.
I have much respect for both of you, but I'm infuriated right now. So if this ain't gonna fucking work in 5 fucking minutes, I'm getting on.
You on your
Like
phone?
I said, I don't understand how the fuck it worked last time, and now it's not. I don't fucking understand it.
I don't get it either.
You try jumping out and then jump back in and see if that helps your volume.
He did.
I know. That's a man that doesn't mess around.
There's nobody on earth that's easier to get upset and frustrated quickly than Scott. We'll get him on here.
For sure.
But, I definitely want to get Miguel and Carl on now. Aaron, if you didn't hear, it looks like Miguel and Carl are going to be the opening super match for Battle of the Brave at the East versus West qualifier.
Man.
Who's Carl? Oh, Carl, the fucking California guy?
Yeah, Carl Gerke.
Yeah.
He participates in the Highland Games, and because he does so, he's always there every year. And because of so, I was like, well, I think Miguel went last year but didn't participate. He just watched because Kirby and Juan were pulling.
Phone with Miguel and Wayne, and they got me in their team. So West Side Arms.
Are you?
Yeah. Just got a phone. Yeah.
Breaking news.
All right.
Tomorrow's super match will be between a Wild West Arms and a Wild West. A Wild West.
Wild West and West Side.
West Side. Jesus, that was like the hardest tongue twister ever.
Yeah. Can you hear us better?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. Steve
worked, baby.
Okay.
All right. We got them both on. I'm interested to know where this came from. I mean, I've told both you guys. I think that you have different weight classes, I believe, right now, right? Scott's probably sitting around 230. Aaron, what are you sitting around?
200 pounds.
Okay. So big discrepancy there where you just wanted to fire up and go after the big
I just need a match. I've been texting Greg for months. Where's the fucking match? I wanted to pull that monster, dude. He looks pretty easy. But yeah. Scott wanted a match last podcast. I watched the last one. I was like, fuck, might as well. Yeah.
I was just throwing out suggestions. It wasn't really a thing of saying I don't mind. Like I said, I wasn't gonna not accept the match. I'm fair game.
That's fine. Yeah.
Now,
Good
let
deal.
me ask you, Aaron. I'll, we had a conversation, and I'll just be frank in the sense that it hasn't been, arm wrestling has not been at the forefront of your priorities for the last, we'll say, like 6 months. You've had a lot of things going on, doing a lot of different things. I know you've probably been training a lot, but as far and you do go to, like, you went to Arizona State. I don't remember. Did you participate in the Scottsdale tournament?
No, I didn't do that.
No.
But
Okay.
I did have Arizona State sponsored.
Yeah, and you were at the Battle of the Brave last year. So it's not that
so
you weren't.
Arizona State, I got Tim $8,000 for Arizona State. Everybody to pull. Yeah.
Nice.
And I went to Orange County for 2 months, and I was pulling at Orange County
with
Tony
Alpha?
Thomas, with Tony's crew.
Oh,
Orange
okay.
County.
Oh, that's right. And Tony just moved. That's right. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
I was out there for a while. And then I go to Miguel's often, but
okay,
not
and that
so, like,
and that explains the new move to the West Side crew.
Yeah. I was talking to Wayne earlier, and he was loving it. So
Okay.
yeah. So that goes.
And now you expressed to me that you are interested in participating in or competing in the 242s.
I always have.
No, so is that something that you're going to trying to get back to a weight class?
Yeah, I'll be there soon. Yeah,
that's a lot of weight to put on. Pretty
40 pounds.
More.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple of times.
I'm just curious, what's your expected ETA on being able to put that weight on?
Probably it's going to be a couple of months, maybe like 2 or 3. Because I have not taken arm or lifting or anything super serious in a long time, and I am now.
That was what I was trying to get at, was you
like gym lifts.
Well, yeah. Well, in general,
yeah.
I mean,
arm wrestling, sure.
Arm wrestling is something very beautifully that you can do either very seriously or as a hobby on the side and take it as serious as you want, I guess you could say, but it can always be there. Definitely. I just mean, like, we've seen your weight kind of go and do this again. And usually and you were wifed up. So usually when that happens, it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to put this to the side for a little bit type scenario. And that's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah.
And it seems like
your messages were like super fucking rude, dude.
Who's that?
Yours. Your
About
messages,
what?
dude. Super rude, dude.
How?
Yeah, out of this dude. They were super rude.
Okay, well, explain.
Calling me out and shit. When was the last time you had a fucking match besides Greg?
I don't.
Like a real match.
Well, I don't take super matches. I don't get called
Yeah,
out.
exactly. And you're running all this shit, and you haven't fucking taken a super match forever.
Because
and
no
Greg's
one calls
fucking
me out.
easy. Greg's easy.
Yeah, but Greg called me out.
Okay, find a match.
So if someone calls me out, I would love to take a match.
Why aren't you calling people out? If you said you can beat Luke, fucking call him out.
Well,
the guy who just manhandled Manolo. He just manhandled that motherfucker.
Yeah, and then I beat Manolo in the after pulls, and Manolo was
really? Yeah, right after he had a war. Yeah, just like everybody else. You pull everybody after they pull. You know that. Everybody.
I mean, give me an example of that.
Me. I pulled my whole weight class in amateurs at Arizona State, and then I get up to you. And then you probably like thinking like, oh yeah, I can beat that motherfucker. Yeah.
Aaron, you've never once ever even come close to beating me in a slow pull, in a practice, in a competition. I mean,
well, are you sandbagging?
Well, no. Here's what it sounds like. It sounds like you don't want to match with Scott tomorrow.
Do I want to match with you? Sure. But you're injured, right? You fucked your elbow up.
I'll still wax you. I'll still wax you.
I'll do either. I don't give a fuck.
And guess what? I was injured at Arizona State, and I waxed you.
Yeah, because I pulled fucking 8 matches. I pulled Adam Silver. Yeah, and what did you pull? You pulled 2 matches.
You
lost. Who'd you win? You beat me, and then you lost against Lewis.
You've always been the leader of excuses.
Hey, I got it at the perfect time.
Can I say some shit?
What up, Edo?
So, Aaron, or let's just say John, would you accept Aaron's match right now for tomorrow?
No, because that's truly not fair to you.
Don't bother me none. Like I said, I don't really care.
I would
A
rather
match
see
is a
that
match
match,
to me.
honestly.
I don't care, dude.
I know. How long have I wanted that match?
Oh, wait, repeat that?
How long have I wanted that match, Edo?
Have you
John.
wanted a match with Scott or John?
No, with John. How long? Remember when I was saying that
2
shit
years,
like
probably.
a year and a half? Yeah, 2 years ago.
I don't know. I kind of want
Nobody
to see
calls
that
him out.
tomorrow.
Nobody calls him out. He was injured, right?
I don't know. Well, this podcast thing is for call out, so looks like Aaron's calling you out, the wise one.
Well, and once again, that's kind of what I was getting at is I would literally do this on a day's notice. That's how confident I am. But along with that, the big part of what I wanted to talk about tonight was Scott West getting a tune-up match. And this is the reason why. And this is completely Aaron aside. I had the same conversation with Ed, and I've had the same conversation with Steve. So both of these people on this podcast can back that. But we didn't see Scott compete once last year. And it's more important for me to see my friend get back on the horse and get a ready go before, so that he's interested in pulling March 2nd, which the last conversation I had with him, I'm sorry, Scott, but you were not interested in pulling at Battle of the Brave. Since these rankings have come out, since all this movement, now getting a challenged match from Aaron, that has changed. Your interest has gone up. Your motivation has gone up. You have now wanted to compete. You have sent me videos of you doing things in the gym. To me, it worked. So
I agree.
So
I
with
couldn't
that,
be
with all
happier.
that being said, I don't feel great about starting something with Aaron that involves you. Me and Aaron can do this anytime. It does not matter. There is no rush to this.
Well, after Scott beats Aaron easily, then we'll see.
I can't.
Aaron versus John.
I can't because that's exactly what Aaron is saying. Is
I
Aaron
ask a
feels
question?
the only opportunity is fresh for fresh, which he knows is also not true.
What about February 3rd?
It's 100% true.
February
about
3rd would
February
be perfect. February 3rd
There
would
you
be
go.
perfect.
I have a match with Edo this Saturday, and then I got a match with Clayton on February 3rd. We got a bunch of February 3rd matches already going. Why don't you, Aaron, go ahead and call out John for February 3rd, and let's hear his answer.
I thought we already had too many matches for the 3rd.
Ooh.
He's hosting the place.
I mean, I did say that.
Throw one in.
We have room for one match. One more match.
If it's enough by popular demand, but I mean, I did say that for an excuse not to have one other match, but I guess it is up to me. Aaron Barden, first time pulling on the table, my first win on a table, bang, Battle of the Brave. Wow. And that was only 2 weeks in the gym, dog.
That sucks.
Congratulations.
Okay. So,
yeah, congratulations.
Are we hearing this then?
Yeah,
Aaron, are you calling out John for February 3rd?
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Oh, wait. You don't give a shit or yes?
Right.
Easy.
You wanted this match for 2.5 years. You do
whenever,
give a shit.
Tomorrow, February 3rd, whenever, dude.
Right. So then let's just say, because I mean,
no, I'm not going to jump in front of Scott
here, right?
I'm not going to.
February 3rd, you want a match with John Bellick at John Bellick's house. John, you accept? Perfect. Done deal. That's how men get shit done.
But none of this left-handed shit.
Left-handed? Why not?
Nobody cares about that.
Edo cares about it a little bit.
Not really. It just happens to be good.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for this.
Okay, so
and Edo, Wayne said that he's gonna give me your old shirt.
I remember
fucking wand.
I remember Wayne gave me his shirt, and then Alex gave me a shirt, and then I gave it back to them, and it was just like, I was like, "Well, see you later."
That's what he told me.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to. This is a little weird for me. It's a nice shirt though.
Yeah,
it'll give you plus 10 power.
Hopefully, yeah. Right, John. So he's gonna beat my ass. Let's go.
We're gonna find out February 3rd.
But really, on the realest note, I am going to hold you center and just talk to you the entire time. I'm not going to pin you.
Go ahead.
Because you have been waiting for this match for so long, and you have been talking so much, and you just said I was rude to you. Like, oh my God, I will be rude to you.
Well, dude, you were. Look at those texts again.
No, you came at me with some rad raw Big Brother type.
No, I didn't. That was you, motherfucker. That was you. You're trying to big bro me, dude. You're like, stop, really? He's gonna kick your fucking ass, dude. You suck. Pull the 198s.
No. I'm a big boy.
Yeah, that's why you put me at the bottom of the 198s.
Well,
okay,
yeah.
Now we know where the animosity is coming from. It has to do with the rankings.
Well,
right?
you also didn't weigh that. You want me to weigh? It doesn't matter. You want me to rank you in 242s, but you weigh 200.
No, because weren't you basing this shit off of airs?
No. I was basing the weight classes off of airs.
Okay, did you look at my airs? When the fuck did I ever pull that weight class?
That's not what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying.
What weight class do you want to be in, Aaron?
And when did you pull Luke? When did you beat Luke recently? Why are you above him?
Stay on one subject. We're talking about you. One subject at a time. We're talking about you. 242s is where you want to be ranked, correctly?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Where it was on Greg's, it should have stayed the same.
Okay, so after you beat somebody in the 242 weight class or
I can beat everybody.
42 class.
Oh my God.
Then you will get ranked on the 242 class. But until then, you weigh 200 pounds.
Okay, so I'll pull Ben or one of the guys, Dino, like I already beat. Any of those guys in 242 class. Besides Big Boy.
None of those two guys are 242.
Yeah, they're like 300 pounds, but are they listed in 242?
Yeah. 242 plus.
So you're going super heavyweight, right? 242 plus.
Who's in the 242? I didn't look at it.
Justin Maynor, Juggernaut, Scott West.
Who's the worst one in 242 ranked?
That's what I'm looking up right now. Is the ranking?
You should challenge that guy.
Why would we say the worst? Yes. Why can't we just say the guy at the bottom who's trying their ass off?
The guy at the bottom, aka the worst one,
on the
or
list.
the least skilled one.
Good enough to be on the list. All about perspective, participating. Oh man.
Okay. Okay. So, do you think you could beat Matthew Bustamante?
Yeah, give me that match. I was asking him for that match a long time ago.
I would love that match. I think that would be a great match. I think Zani smashes you, and everyone up from above that is going to beat you. So I think you and Matthew Bustamante. I also love you against Spencer Samur.
It would be a good idea for Johnny to have a match with Aaron because Johnny's getting ready for the 64 tournament anyway. I think it would be helpful for him.
Yeah, but once again, you only have so much time in between. Like he's got a match tomorrow. He's talking shit to me on the 3rd. How many super matches can he get before that thing comes in? You know what I mean? Like that's up to him. But Bustamante is probably not going to happen before the Battle of the Brave. But there's a good chance you're going to see him in the tournament anyways, because you'll be in that weight class. So
I was going to say I could talk to Johnny. I'm going to talk
about what?
I think that's what Etta was saying. Yeah.
I think Aaron will still be fresh after tomorrow because he's gonna lose easily. He's gonna get flash pinned by Scott. You're still fresh. The guy in the after pool who's the strongest is the guy who gets flash pinned.
I'll pull John right after. It'll be fine. We can do it.
You should.
No. Because what did you just say?
He'll put me in 242, and he'll put me in his number 4 spot in his weight class too.
No. If you
rightfully deserve that spot, didn't you?
I'm sorry, I can't keep up. What is it? What?
Oh, I think he's talking about that you ranked yourself higher than Luke Loeffler.
Oh,
is that it?
Okay. Well, Luke technically is not in that weight class either. So I was being nice by putting him in that weight class too. Because technically he would compete at 198s too.
Every day.
Yeah, that guy barely even trains. I think he can. I got Luke over you.
You think Luke beats me?
Yeah, Luke probably beats me too, honestly. He's really good.
Okay, so the only reason that I know that, or not know, okay, speculate that I can beat Luke is when Luke was getting back into training before his super match and everything, I went over to his house and we pulled. And I took his hand every single time. Now he took my arm fresh for the first round, but then after that, I would just take his hand. And from that, he couldn't do anything except flop wrist press me, and we're training, so I'm not going to do anything with him.
Right.
Now, this is fresh for fresh. Me and him are the only ones that practice. Actually, that's not true. Little Dustin was in the house. So Little Dustin Poston has validation on this. So you can ask Dustin Poston, because me and him went over to Luke's house and we trained with him. Now, it wasn't a match. We weren't having a match. We were just all training. But when me and Luke got on the table fresh for fresh, we were trying to wreck each other. We were trying to kill each other because I had never pulled Luke a day in my life ever. So as soon as we get on the table and feel each other, it's male egos. We're trying to pin each other. We're going as hard as we can. And I even have a video of us on my Armtillery shorts of us pulling. He pulls me all the way to the pin pad. I stop it right before I have his hand, and then I work it back, and I start to get on top of it and press. As soon as I get on top of it and start to go,
he wasn't letting you work? Are you sure he wasn't letting you work?
Well, yes and no. Yes and no.
Yeah, it's not a match, though. That's what I'm saying.
But you're right. You're right that it wasn't a match, but you weren't there, so how do you know whether he was letting me work?
It doesn't matter. It's not an official match. It doesn't mean shit.
No, you're right.
I think you guys should have a match.
Right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
I'm making my judgments.
Get on this end of glue tie and come down to 198.
Go ahead, Ed.
I'm making my judgments based on when Luke came over to what's his face, Eric's house when he was getting ready for Radke, I think.
Yeah,
and he was like,
this is the same time.
I just came over just to see where I'm at, and I couldn't do anything with him.
Yeah, it's because, I was trying to get inside information for Rad Rob by pulling him. Because you can ask Rad Rob, I'm texting Rad Rob, I'm like, hey, this is how this is going to go. I just felt him fresh for fresh. I remember texting Rad Rob. I remember this whole thing because I remember being excited. Luke is somebody I've held in high regards for a long time. I've looked at him as someone who used to be Ron's rival at one point. And then I do something like crack his wrist back, and it definitely didn't seem like he gave it to me. That was a big moment for me. So it's something that I remember. I don't really need the validation from you, Aaron, but I totally understand what you're saying. You are right. The 100% right. It is not a match. But me basing my own data off of that, that's where I put myself. I also did it to motivate his ass because you don't see him at practice. You don't see him at tournaments. You don't see him compete. So if he wants to, come get some smoke. Just like I said to you.
That's more recent than you. That's way more recent than you.
Manolo is 180 pounds.
Yeah, and he's a badass.
Yeah, but once again, that's
what have you done? You pulled Greg. So what?
You are so mad at me. Why are you so mad?
Oh, yeah, because you're full of shit.
I think Tim Talmadge wants some attention in the comments.
Yeah, he does.
You guys don't want me at 198. Stay out of 198, Tim.
That literally will never happen ever in life. Tim, I love you, but that would mean you would not be able to drink beer or whiskey, and we're a far ways away from that.
All right. Well, you guys got your match. You got it figured out. You got a lot off your chest, Aaron. Let's move on to another subject, and keep this going. So let's get back to where we were talking about, which was Scott and Aaron's match coming up on the 27th, right? I know that you had a lot that you wanted to talk about with that, John. Scott, how are you feeling, bro?
I feel fine. I feel good.
Good. I got to tell you,
I
I was kind of excited, honestly, because it was like out of the blue, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I pulled Aaron
Awesome.
in a while, man. It's good to see him. It's been a long time since I gripped up with that guy, and I was excited, honestly.
It's nothing special. Don't worry.
Oh no. Arm Sports Entertainment again.
Dude, this isn't me being pissed. It's not me. It's from John. It's John's always been trying to big bro me. It's fucking stupid. He's avoided a match for 2 years. Come on, dude. We could have got this shit done. By whatever you're talking shit about me, about Martin, after I got my ass whooped by him, and then you get your ass whooped by him, and then you humble yourself. Yeah. And you humble yourself for a little bit, and now you're back at it.
Listen, it's okay. I'm just too strong. That's all it is.
It's fine. It's fine. You can say what you want. You can say what you want, just like how you beat Luke, apparently.
All right, let's keep going.
So Scott versus Aaron, why is it that your guys' match is 3 rounds? Who came up with that completely pointless nonsense?
Aaron.
Because it's not ranked. It's not ranked. 3 rounds, left and right.
So why
you even said it yourself. It's not going to be a ranked match. It's for fun.
All right. I guess that makes sense.
Aaron, you just got done saying that you want to be in the 242 rankings, bro. So I don't understand how it wouldn't be advantageous for you.
You should see the fucking text.
Hold up.
Okay,
listen.
Look at the text that fucking John sent me, okay?
Hold up.
He said this is going to be ranked, dog. You're fucking 198.
All I'm doing is asking you to just calm down for a second, bro, and let people talk. That's it, because I'm trying to finish a sentence, right? So can we have respect? Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay, good. Because I'm a grown-ass man, bro. I don't play that game. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Fine. I'm talking about John.
So wouldn't it be advantageous for you, though, to ask for it to be a ranked match, since it is in the weight class that you want to be in?
But no. That's what he's trying to say. That's where I come in, Steve.
Got it. Okay.
So I told him that he can't be ranked in the 242s just because he calls somebody out in the 242s. And I tried to explain this to him in the sense of the Joseph scenario. If Joseph called out Edo and then waxed Edo, do I rank Joseph now the number 2 198er, even though we know Joseph weighs 154 pounds?
But Joseph also doesn't want to compete in 198s. Aaron wants to compete at 242, right?
Aaron, Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong, but you just want to be ranked in one class, and that's 242. Is that right?
One class.
One class. I don't see any problem with that.
I've been ranked in that one.
It's like the Vrez situation in California. Yeah, you can kick everyone's ass, but you get ranked in one class.
Okay.
You can be in super heavies. You can compete in super heavies for all we care.
Okay, so then once again, if that's going to be the case, which I will be fine with, although that's a caveat, you're the only person in the entire rankings that I would do that for. But although that's fine, you would have to win in order to be on that list, because you can't lose to Scott and then me put you one name under him. That doesn't work like that.
Nope.
Where's Scott?
So Scott's like number 4 or 5. So you would have to win in order to get on the list, considering you don't weigh that, or else I put you at the very, very bottom, I guess. Which I know you don't belong. You can beat Woodstock, you can beat AJ. I know you can beat a lot of people on that list, but once again,
I would put Aaron right under Nathan Brown, because Nathan beat him last.
I took Nathan Brown off the rankings list, so that's
is this the outdated ones?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just put Aaron last in 242s, and then he'll just climb his way up.
We
beat Scott, he beats Scott.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a non-issue. Let's move on.
Are you okay with being? Are you're fine with that, Aaron?
I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I used to compete in 242s and supers. I mean, but I'm choosing to compete in a different class and be ranked in a different class. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess. Okay, so let's just say this though: are you going to be competing in multiple weight classes at tournaments?
Sure. Yeah, 242 and supers.
Okay, but you won't compete in like the 198s or something like that.
No, it's not.
Because let's just say
I've never competed in there.
Okay, all right. But you could.
You can. You can compete in them if you want. It's fine. They're easy, right?
No, those are the little guys.
Hey, I resent that.
Tim said I can pull 154s. That's Kayla Talmadge right there. That's who that is.
I'll be 208 next month. Huh.
That's Kayla.
208 next month for Tim.
So more about Scott versus Aaron. Aaron, if you have a lane, what do you feel like it is?
It's not my inside. My inside's shit. So
Okay.
stop rolling.
So do you feel comfortable in or out of the straps?
Yeah, I was working with Miguel on it the other day.
Okay, because I personally feel like you have a lane outside the straps. I feel like once it goes inside the straps, you're fucked.
We'll see.
Whatever you're gonna do, you just got to do it really fast. Because once Scott wakes up, he's gonna catch you, and then there's nothing else you can do.
I know.
But you can win as long as you do it really quick.
Never know.
Yeah, you felt me.
Everyone is beatable.
Yeah. Well, Edo, you felt me whenever I've tried to actually go fast with you.
Yeah, I mean, you pinned me in practice many times with that video. I mean,
Okay.
it seems like you're quick. I mean, I felt that you're quick, so just do that.
Also, you did pick a fight with the referee. Just remember that. And
I know it's gonna be biased.
Well, yeah, and you look at that video of you pulling Ed left-handed, and your elbow is like up here every time you do it. You're like throwing your fucking elbow at him. Bro.
That's right-handed.
Well, here's a question. When we do these super matches and we have people recording, should one of the guys who gets called a foul upon, can they request a review?
The only time we're going to be able to do that is if I literally have somebody volunteered to be the camera guy. Because this is the way that I'm looking at it, especially for February 3rd. Tomorrow, I'll maybe test it out tomorrow and we'll see how it goes so that I feel better about February 3rd. But the way I look at it is for a super match video with the count at the bottom, played out everything on Armtillery. I'm going to have my phone set up on a tripod, set up to the table so it's very square. And every match will look the exact same, just like I've done in the past before. But as far as like arm wrestling showcase, as far as if Greg Brown's there, anybody else, they're going to be walking around recording. So you'll have different angles and stuff like that. But I will have one phone with a tripod viewing and having all those things going for once.
Tim, what are you saying no to, Tim?
I know what he's saying no to. So
is that to the video review thing?
No. First off, Tim, congratulations, bro. We're all pulling for you in Ireland. That's going to be awesome, dude. Really, really excited for you, bro. That is sick. Secondly, do not come down to 198s ever. Thirdly, no. He's saying that because I believe it's because he doesn't want the camera review based on the angles like you were just talking about, John. A camera would have to be set. Exactly. Yeah. So because him and we had this conversation in Colorado when it was me against Isaac Russell. Yeah. And where Isaac slipped from a losing position, when he slipped, his hand was already past the pad from my camera angle, right? Whoever was taking that video, but the ref didn't see it. Therefore, the ref stands. And Tim's right. That stood. Isaac won. He was able to slip. We went to the straps, and then he took me and he won the whole event.
Right.
But totally understand what Tim is saying. He's right. If it's not at the right angle, then
yes, I get it, and yes and no. So number one, it still helps to see quickness and things that I don't get to see. If I make a mistake, I'm only human. I make mistakes. If I miss an elbow foul and it's blatant, the camera can get it. So that's to me, I disagree.
I'm thinking more for like elbow fouls,
right? But I also do understand that angles are everything, and the reason why I don't even want to say yes to this idea is because if I do, every single round for every single person is going to call a protest, and we're going to be there for 9 hours. I have now 13 matches that day. I think I don't want to be there all day because everyone.
Well, one reason why I kind of said that is because when you have a match like Reagan for $1,000, I'm just thinking it's $1,000. You know, it's a lot of money, and we're not professional refs here.
No. That's why I'm going to have Tim do it if Tim's there.
Yeah, give Tim that match.
There you go, Tim.
No, I just, you know what I mean? Like I'm not fucking super ref, and I know it. I don't care to be it, but at the same time, that's just asking for trouble with hey, if you don't feel like I did a good job, then go for it. If you have a head ref and a down ref, you should be able to watch elbows. I totally agree. I don't think that. I think there's Tim, and then I think there's Reza, and then I think there's me in Arizona referees. And if you have a problem with me and you don't want me to referee, well, Tim will most likely be there. Scott will most likely be there. You're more than welcome to ask for a different referee if you so feel it. But I really do feel like we're going to ask for ref fee 10% per match.
10% of 0-0.
Damn, bro.
Hey, if you give it to them for free, they'll never buy it.
That's true. That's true.
So should matches for money be done any differently?
Well, no, because I don't have anything to do with the fact that you guys. That's an incentive. That's between two grown men. You're way above Reza. Let's go.
What is with Tim against Reza?
Let's go.
Is this like a referee thing? I call better elbow fouls than you.
Yeah,
Reza did fuck up on the Miguel match. Miguel and Freddie, he fucked that shit up.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
with the restart. Pin. That was bullshit.
Yeah, that was a pin. I watched it with my own eyes.
In the middle of the pad.
I can't believe that was about something, but yeah.
The middle of the pad is not a pin, right?
No, it's not a pin.
It's a restart.
Parallel. If anything, it's gone below parallel. It's a pin, right? Yeah.
It's a restart, but when you look at it, I think it was on one side. I don't think it was center.
He's not certified in the USA, just saying.
No. That's pretty.
Wow. An elbow foul is worldwide, man. Elbow pops up in Europe and elbow pops up in the United States is the same shit.
True.
I was reviewing a couple videos with Riza at the bar when Jake and Josiah was pulling, and I showed you that picture, John, and he didn't catch that elbow. I'm like, all right, that was in the beginning of the damn match. I'm like, you should have caught that. But
Lewis is right. He's definitely not he's not active.
Yeah.
So I mean, Tim is always doing and honing his craft and stuff like that, where Reza is not.
Shout out to Lewis. If you guys are interested in a neighboring tournament in February, go your ass out to Boise, Idaho. Go see our boy Lewis Horvath because he will be a part of the Fit Expo out there throwing a tournament. I believe it's February 10th. I could be wrong about that date. Shoot it up in the chat if you're with us, Lewis. But that's a great tournament. If you guys are looking for something close to Arizona for a cheap travel, shout out to Lewis Horvath. That's like saying the Euro step is as traveling in USA. It's the same difference. That's a boy that knows his basketball. Let's go. So what were we just talking about before the Reza thing? You brought something up.
Should matches be treated differently?
Oh, okay. So that's right. So in my opinion, that is an incentive between two grown-ass men. All that I have to do with is the rankings and whether or not that changes, mitigating that. Kind of like the same thing like what Aaron is saying. Like, I'll be the moderator, and if there's something like somebody that wants to be ranked in a different weight class, then that's where I come in. I'm just the guy that changes it all. You don't need to contact me for fucking, can I take a match? You don't need, like, I'm not your daddy. I don't give permission to people to do anything. They're grown men. They can do whatever they want. All that I come into is, and I will be weighing it at my house if the super match is at my house so that it's like legit. And then if I get to ask to referee it, then I'm lucky enough to referee it. That's literally all that I come into. Other than that, money should be between the competitors and whether or not they want to incentivize their match. To me, money only comes around for pros or the people who have it. You're very rarely going to see me competing for a super match for money. I just don't see the point.
It seems like if you agree to a money match, you do it under the consent that you do it under a set conditions, which is John's backyard or front yard.
Right.
Our referees, if you want a special referee, you can pay Reza or Tim a couple $100 if you choose.
Yeah.
But that's the conditions, I think.
Yeah, and I think for the most part, the more and more that we do these, the more and more people are going to get used to what they're seeing and how to do thing and just follow suit and say, hey, I want to be a part of it, you know. And this is what it entails to be a part of, you know. So
Yeah, we'll just make it a regular thing. I mean,
yeah.
Promote participation.
I'm really excited for the third because obviously the third is where there's a big chunk of the matches, and I think once again that's going to be a big kickstart. You're going to see a lot of people that aren't competing that day.
Aaron, remember these ones, the Los Campeones tournament?
Yeah, it's badass. That cost you a shit ton of money.
Yeah. Oh, it was such a clusterfuck.
Yeah,
that was a great tournament though.
Yeah, that was a really good tournament.
This is before Steve West even started arm wrestling.
Look at that.
I see all those medals there, but I don't see that. I don't see that buckle, bro. Where's that buckle?
Yeah, you need to run that shit back for real.
It's
I'm gonna take that buckle.
Somewhere.
I'm gonna take that buckle.
He wants a super match for the buckle. Let's go.
Where's the buckle?
Where's my buckle? No,
Aaron's
seriously, where's my buckle?
Going in the car. Nice.
Yeah. I'll get ready for John.
Scott, what's your game plan against Aaron as far as style? Are you just going to do what you normally do? Do you have something that you plan on doing? Something that you plan on working on? Are you gonna top roll Aaron?
It'll be fun.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Look at that.
There's some motivation, Scott West.
That's legit.
That was left-handed, not right-handed.
You know what? It sounds like we need to do a rematch for the buckle.
It sounds like we do.
Yes.
Anyway, that set aside, I don't know, honestly. I'm not necessarily comfortable. Well, I can't really say that. I've been arm wrestling for a while to be comfortable in a lot of positions, but like I said, Aaron's, been like this, but, it's been so long. I don't know how he's been. He was a very good top rower. He probably still is. It just depends on how it feels when I grip up,
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'll bring shirts for you guys next weekend. Awesome. Tim, we look forward to seeing you, bro. I got you on that whiskey. I will take care of you. I will bring it myself.
There you go.
Is Bullet bourbon? Is that cheap whiskey?
Yes.
It's yes.
What is cheap whiskey? Define cheap whiskey.
Bullet bourbon.
$40.
Under 50. I'm not spending over $50 for alcohol.
Okay, I was gonna say, Steve, be careful because if Ron King is in the house, you're fucked.
Damn it.
That bottle's gone. Scott is gonna press for sure.
Kevin Grip.
Kevin Brault out in
New
New Mexico.
Kevin. Good to see you, bro. I would agree. It's been a long time since Aaron and I had pulled. I was just getting into arm wrestling, showing up at Scott's house the last time I think Aaron and I pulled. And during that time, he would always top roll me. I couldn't do nothing against his top roll at all. But if I went inside, then I had a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Again, year and a half ago, don't know your level anymore, Aaron, but I'm giving you props here. I feel like your top roll is definitely the lane that you're going to have to go with against Scott, because if Scott goes inside with that hand, that's it.
Yeah.
Well,
Scott enough to know.
I couldn't hear you. I so want to see Ron and Tim Talmadge measure whiskey dicks so badly, bro. He's got
bigger than Ron's will ever be.
He's got thousands of dollars in whiskey that he gets from other countries. It's legit. On third, you guys will have to have a little talk. It's like his prized possession.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
I only buy booze for my clients.
But Aaron's hand is huge. Aaron's going to have the hand advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not it's strong, he knows, hits me up for stuff. I love it.
Nice.
As far as back pressure and hand through the pronation, I think it's enough to extend the hand and wrist of Scott. I just don't know at what level. Can you keep it? Can you rise and keep it so that you can pin him outside the straps? That's the question. Stay with it. Stay with the hand. Don't let go of the thumb. I showed him the sites to go to get it. LOL. When is Arizona State 2024? The man that does it is in the chat right now. June 1st, I believe, 2024, Arizona State.
Has that been confirmed, Tim?
He said it a bunch of times. He just doesn't have. Yeah, there we go. Okay,
June
I'm out.
1st.
See you, Tim.
Perfect.
Later, Tim.
Okay, cool. Okay, enough about Scott and Aaron. Let's talk a little bit about the other two that are on here tonight.
Wait, can I just address something?
Yeah, let's address it.
The Scott belt buckle thing. We just kind of said that in passing, but do we want to make that like a thing just between me and you, like a fun thing?
That's cool,
Like,
dude.
I win the first time, I get the buckle. You win the second time, you get the belt. I should give you the belt buckle because you won in Battle of the Brave, right?
Yeah, I did.
This buckle is yours.
Wait. What are we talking about?
This is like a left hand sort of thing, right?
It was a super match, though. You guys got to run it back with a super match.
So Scott beat you left-handed at Battle of the Brave last year?
Correct.
Yes, he did.
Tournament.
He still beat me. I still put my elbow on the pad.
It was close. It was not an easy match, bro. They were stuck at center.
I
for
did a
quite some
tournament the
time.
week before,
Yep.
but I still went.
How about make it an everyone thing? I don't know what that means.
Make it an everyone thing. Lewis hardly makes sense when he talks these days.
Yeah, let us.
That guy is wild.
And I think talking about that belt buckle, so everybody can have a shot at it, and have it just go like around like the WWE.
Oh, that's
Oh
probably.
yeah, no,
just
that's my fucking buckle.
Yeah.
No, this is not like a Clayton belt thing. No, this is mine.
No, I
This
love
is me
that,
and a
though.
Scott thing.
Lewis, in case you don't know, Clayton Merritt is making a 198 belt, an actual like WWE UFC belt for the 198ers here. He also told everyone based on their weight classes, he can give you the website, show you how to make it, stuff like that if they want to make them. Here in Idaho, we have a ring that goes to number one guy in your weight. We will have a belt in that weight. Yes.
Dude,
Belt's
that's
a little
sweet.
cooler, just saying.
I don't know. I kind of want a ring, dude.
A ring would be a little cheaper than that belt.
Okay, so let's start with Aaron Barden. Who do you have winning between Steve and Edo tomorrow?
I was nicer to you today, Aaron. You should choose me.
You were good.
I was nice.
I was like, Steve.
Nice.
Steve's a gentleman for sure. This is left or right?
This is right.
Right hand. I don't feels pretty natty right now. I think I might have to give this.
I'm full natty mode right now.
Yeah, just because that you're
I have to
giving
give it to
Steve.
Steve.
Okay, what's the count on that?
Best of 5.
It's best of 5.
Best of 5.
Okay, maybe probably 3-2. Steve, it might be a close one.
Okay, what about you, Scott?
I'm
Go
going
ahead.
with my boy. I'm going with my boy. No, Steve.
Good.
All the way.
It's a good answer.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
I hope it's close. I honestly do.
So do I. That's all I hope for.
Well, the whole point of the match was because we're trying to do something with the tournaments and stuff like that. So you don't just go into a tournament expecting to perform. You gotta have some matches. You gotta have some practice. So that's what that's all about.
That's why I'm so fucking down to just slay you on February 3rd, Aaron, because I do need some ready-go practice. I need some.
Oh,
Good.
Lewis says he's
About
I am
time.
not
The elbow
natty
doesn't
feeling
hurt.
that horse strength. All right.
I'm not natty feeling that horse. What the fuck, Lewis?
How dare you out yourself?
Yeah,
Feeling
right.
that
Taking
Chinese strength for
creatine.
sure.
Yes,
Oh my
Kevin,
God.
we are doing Steve versus Edo tomorrow. Stay tuned for the video. I'm sure someone will have it out. But yes, tomorrow, best of 5, Steve versus Edo as a little tune-up for both. And then actually a week later, Steve puts his elbow back on the pad against Clayton Merrick, best of 5. And Edo puts his arm back on the table, best of 5 left-handed against John Carlson. So these boys are staying active.
Yeah, super fucking active. Not even resting. Jesus.
That's good
Oh,
for
trust
them.
me, I'll
They
be
don't
resting
need to
after
be
these next
strong. They
week.
need to be good, baby. Let's go. Okay. So Scott, what is you said you're going with your boy. What's the count on that?
Let's say 3-2. I'd say.
Okay.
I'll go 3-2.
So everybody seems to be like on the group chat, and I can guarantee you that Kevin is saying question mark because of this. I've gotten to feel both of these gentlemen within the last month and a half pretty 6-0.
6-0 at least. If it's 10 rounds,
what I
it's
mean?
10-0.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I have gotten to feel both of these gentlemen, and I will say, and actually, Ed and Steve have felt each other probably fairly recently, maybe not super fresh.
And practice pulls.
Yes.
Practice pulls.
And there is a big difference between, like Aaron said, between practice pulls and ready goes, but at the same time, on a strength for strength level with Ed's recent weight change, it is a much closer match than people think it is. I would be willing to bet you that both get a pin. I would be willing to bet you that, I think it really does come down to endurance and who knows how to press the arm wrestling antics a little bit more, because I don't think either of these guys can run straight through each other with power as far as just strength for strength. It's not going to look like Scott versus Aaron is what I'm saying. I'm teasing. But I do feel like there are some glaring advantages to each side. Ed, you better get to them straps, boy.
Who says I need straps?
I say you need straps.
I'm not good. That's not my strategy. Actually, do I have a strategy?
Well, I feel like I know what your strategy is, which is what we're going to go into.
No, I don't actually. The point of this match was so I can try different things.
Correct. And cool. This is where we're going to go with this, as far as we asked the two opinions. I'm giving mine, and then we're going to move on to you guys as far as your lanes, what you guys think of it, that kind of thing. But I don't think that I think okay, let's slow down. I think if Steve does what he's supposed to, you better run to the straps, because I think what Ed is saying is that he's gonna turn you in, and you're it's not gonna matter. But I wonder if you can do that. I really do.
Beat Steve without straps?
No, shoot a hook enough to supinate Steve in to go palm up, so where he has no access to his back pressure in his rise game through his hand.
When you take Steve and you go here, Steve can't do anything from here.
Exactly. So my thing is, if Steve does what he's supposed to and doesn't allow you to do that, I do feel like you can do that in the straps. I do feel like that would be your lane. I do feel like you have much more of a lane to do that in the straps. But if Steve does what he's supposed to and plays his game smart, based on how I felt your hand the other day, that might be you might not be able to do what you did to me to Steve, where you grab me a little bit low to get a little bit further around the back. I don't know whether you're going to.
What is Steve's game plan?
Well, let's talk about it. So first and foremost, we're already with you, Ed. So as far as my assumption, was I correct?
Can you repeat that?
As far as my assumption, was I correct? As far as you say you don't have a strategy, but if there was one, you're gonna try to crack him down and put him inside, correct?
No. My strategy is pure technical. So what I want to do is I just want to challenge Steve from a technical level. I'm not going to just go power for power, and I'm not going to make it, it's an easy setup. We're going to go into the slow pull thing. It's not going to be a monster match. That match was extremely slow.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be a monster match at all. I don't think I pull the same way as I pulled with Monster, as I pull with you. I think it's going to be a little different. It'll be a little different. I'm excited because I know that this is going to help both of us in a way, right? You ask anyone, my head is nowhere in the sky, right? I've been saying nonstop, I don't think that I'm on your level. Some people seem to think otherwise. I'll be super happy. For me, the way I look at this is you're training for John, right? And I have an opportunity to see what I've done in a year and a half against a guy that I thought I would never catch.
Yeah, it's just like a progress report.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really looking forward to it. And if I can get a stop, if I can get a pin, I'm going to jump up and down. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Kevin is one of the few people who in the chat understands.
Yeah, no, Kevin knows. I was there for that, Kevin, when he got that pin on Robbie. I was there for that, man. It was awesome.
What happened? Didn't you get a foul called for that?
No, he got the one pin.
I did 3 matches with Robbie. He wins first one. I lose on the second one with fouls, and I win. I lose one on fouls. I win one, and then I lose the last one for second place. I mean,
right.
You was setting up fucking weird for those.
What place is this? Is that a bronze? I think it's third. Yeah. So he goes. Yeah, he goes second. Yeah, that's right. Because then he has a match with Sandras.
Yeah.
Edo needs to pack the weight on. He has that Super 64. Edo, please explain to the people what your plan for the weekend of March 2nd, 3rd is.
That's the 64 man tournament?
Correct.
I'm going to every individual in that event has a low chance of winning because just the way the event is. You got people like Fabian who had a match with Miguel who has, he's extremely strong, but can you win 9 matches straight? Probably not. You got weaker guys, but are they going to go out the first round? I don't know. So I'm just going to go in there and do my thing. My first match is against a guy named Easton, who's like 6'5". I mean, he's a big boy. So that'll probably be my hardest match.
Yeah. So basically what Ed's saying is he won't be stacking on a ton of weight. He'll be going comfortably to
I never said I wasn't going to gain weight.
Oh, no?
No. You don't even know how much I weigh right now.
No, that's true. But you do definitely seem like you're going back and forth on the idea of what to do. And that's the reason why I asked. Been a few conversations we've had at practice where you feel one way and seems like maybe you know.
Well, for Utah, I have to be under 220, so I'm under 220 still.
Yeah. So anywhere in that like 215 area, right?
Somewhere.
Put your titties away. What are you doing?
Edo's under. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Is that a Texas?
That's probably,
Is that a Texas flag in the back? Who is this guy?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
That's Zach. I'm in Zach's room. That's from Spain. I think
That's
it's
from
like
Spain.
a flag or something.
Puerto Rico, one of the two.
What's going on, y'all? Sorry I'm late.
What's up, Josiah?
What's up?
It is a necessity, a part of the show when you join to flex the biceps. So let's see it. Oh my goodness, Jesus.
It's over.
Steve, can I ask you what your strategy is? I kind of said a little bit about what I'm gonna do. How do you approach a match like this?
I do what I'm strongest at, and see if I can not go inside with you.
I have a hard time shooting inside like from the get-go though. That's my problem. But if I get there, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, you tend to catch here and there with me. I'm excited to answer some questions for myself after this match as well. Because if I'm being honest, when you and I pull at practice, I think that you are sugarcoating a little bit. I do think that you're holding off a little bit, even though you say I'm only doing it for Eric. Well, maybe you're doing it with me because Eric's watching. You know what I mean? So,
I think you're thinking way too deep into this stuff.
I could be.
I never thought about this. Thought about stuff like that.
No, I hear you. But again, I don't know where I'm at with you, right? That's how I feel. I'm having all these question marks in my head. So being able to pull with you a best of 5, I'm super excited for it. I'm going to learn a lot from it, and it'll answer questions that I have for myself right now.
I'll tell you that what I was talking about is if he stays high and uses back pressure, complete back pressure, instead of any bit whatsoever of side, then he's got a lane. He's definitely got a chance. With how strong his hand is, the direction in which he needs to go, it looks like he could potentially take hand control. But you would have to have a good amount of speed to counter Ed, because that is one thing that Ed is exceptional at his size, is how quick he can get the ready go off. And he could put you in a bad position quickly. But
For sure.
But yeah, I
You know
don't.
who has a strong hand? Robbie Topi. His hand was pretty strong too.
Was it?
Yeah, it's probably double the strength of yours.
Wow.
Like you and it's a lot bigger. So I've been dealing with guys who have bigger hands and stronger hands like basically the whole time.
Right.
But once again, you beat Robbie in the strap, correct?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
So what you're saying is,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is, be wary. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you lost, I guess, that match, but I was going to say elbow fouls on trying to get out of a hand. John Carlson even said it, for me to foul you when you try to slip in the left, because John Carlson does have a strong hand on the left. And I would say Steve's hand is comparable on the right.
okay.
So that's why I say I definitely think, Steve, you're my best friend. I love you, but I don't think it's so much more of a match in the straps as it is outside of the straps. And I think that a lot of, because just Ed has more ready go experience.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
In knowing how to.
I'd be stupid to get on here and be like, I'm going to fuck Ed up, even though he's got 3.5 years and I got a year and a half.
I mean, Aaron is.
I'm not that guy.
Oh, as soon as I lose him, damn it. But no,
I didn't even see him click off.
But yeah, should feel it now. Holy shit! All respect for Steve West, by the way. So yeah,
Respect, Kevin.
I really think that I think Steve got emotional in the monster match and lost sight of the direction in which he needed to go. Ended up going sideways too much. Got caught in Monster's hook. Burned him out a little bit. Caught him in a blackout where now I'm brain farted. I'm blurry. I'm dealing with too much. It's hard to get out of those scenarios. So if he doesn't do that and doesn't go sideways at all, I definitely think we have a match on our hands. I'm really excited to watch it, actually.
Steve, why did you kind of act flustered like that during the monster match? Was it the refereeing? Was it kind of what he was doing? Was he kind of carving too much in or getting away with too many things, you feel like?
After round one, if you watch it, round one, he went down like a knife through butter, and the setup was pretty fair, I thought. And then round two, I set up, and every time that he would close his hand and then go like this and pull me to his side of the table. And my arm's going like this, extending, because I'm not trying to fight trying to get my grip. I'm not trying to fight with you. I'm just trying to be fair and get a good grip. And he kept on pulling me to his side of the table. So then I started getting aggressive like an idiot, which I can do sometimes. And the false starts, the elbow fouls, everything that wasn't being called. And then the ticket for me, when I thought I was coming back in round 3, and I knew that he was full out king moved on the floor, 235 pounds probably, and I'm pulling his arm to the other side of the table, the match got stopped because somebody thought that I was in a break arm position. Personally, I'm over a year in the game. You all call me a pro. I'm not allowed to be in an amateur match ever again, right? So don't stop a match. Let me break my arm if it's going to break.
So can we agree on this? Tomorrow,
Yeah.
if one of us is in the break arm position, we don't stop it.
100%.
Okay, good.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, I don't want anyone to stop it. Let me stop it. It's my body, right?
Yeah.
It's my arm. So in that match, I was even saying I'm fine. Like, I know everyone heard the scream, I'm fine, after it stopped. But in the match, when it was actually happening, I was saying I'm fine. I'm fine.
Now, let me make this very clear for everybody that's watching. Not so much the people on here, but maybe a little bit Josiah. Doesn't necessarily work that way. These two guys are seasoned. I trust them both. I will be the ref for that match. So, yeah, I'll let them do that. But in any case of an amateur match, do not think that you're on these guys' levels and that you can just make the call and say, don't fucking call it if I say so, because some of you guys will literally snap your shit and it will not be good, and it will not be worth your ego and your pride in saying so. If you are a pro, if you are a open puller in the tournament, you are very, very, very rarely going to see a referee stop, let alone warn the competition that they are in a break arm position or that they need to straighten out or they need to watch their hand. These are warnings and these are things that referees say in amateur classes to people that are supposed to not know what it is that they are doing. Okay. I just want to be very clear on this. Okay. Amateurs do not get a big ego and think that you can tell people you don't get to call or do this or that. Look, if you're going to snap your shit, the person's trying to protect you. Now we've come to what this scenario, this one situation was. Referees also make mistakes. Okay. And so maybe that's the case of what happened. That's okay. But nonetheless, with these guys, I am under full trust that neither of them want to break each other's arms, number one, but number two, that they're going to allow that to happen. Kevin, you need so much pronation to take Edo's wrist. It's almost unrealistic. Trying to take his hand will just be as hard. That's not necessarily true. Ed's hand is not massive. And I just did it on Saturday. So you look good. You should just commit your shoulder. I thought he was on his way. We're talking about Steve versus
Steve one.
He was on his way. He was bringing it back to center. And as soon as he had one more adjustment to go, his shoulder would have been behind his arm. But that's right when Greg stopped it. Greg stopped it. Saw an arm break last weekend. No one wants that. This kid looked like he lost his soul. Yeah, it's not
fun.
Yeah, it's life.
I think for a while it'll sting that someone stopped the match, but in hindsight, arm breaks do happen, even in decent positions. I mean, how would you feel like walking around with a cast just because you went somewhere for a fun match,
Yeah.
So I see it, shit does happen. I don't want Steve to break his arm.
Right.
No, of course. And I understand that. And I know where Greg's mind and heart were in the moment.
Meant well.
I 100% agree with that. I agree that Greg meant well. But I didn't agree with the call, and I still won't agree with the call. I wish if I did break my arm, then at least I can blame myself.
Yeah.
And I can't blame anyone else.
And that's the idea. I get it. When you say these things like, please don't call an arm break position, and then if it does happen, the person's most likely going to take it on themselves. But, it's just, look, we'll say it a million times. The referee job is never a thankful job. It's usually a thankless job, and it usually turns out in some form or fashion of you being the bad guy. So we try our hardest. But
so was that match with you and with Monster? Was that a funsy match, or was it like a ranking match?
No, it was fun.
It was no ranking match.
In my mind, we're having fun and stuff, and we're still pulling seriously. But if I'm in a spot into a position, I'll just give it to you. It's not fucking serious to break your shit off, because at that point, man, I fucking injured myself. It's not fun. It really isn't. So I get you both when you're like, I'll break my fucking arm. You're going to be out for at least a fucking 6 months, and you can't do shit. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's really not.
No one's saying it's fun, but you take the risk the second that you go on the table. That's why we all sign waivers, like grown athletes, right?
True.
So
I get you.
That being said, again, I'm the type of person that likes to take accountability for myself, right? That's all this comes down to. If I'm jumping on a table knowing that it's a best of 5, and I think that we all would agree, I think, that I'm not normally the type of person to pull in a position where my arm looks like it's going to break.
And that's exactly why you stopped it.
Yeah, but I don't I don't feel like I was in that position. We have a still shot of when the match actually got stopped.
Well, the position that you're talking about with that screenshot, you don't arm wrestle like that.
I know.
And that's exactly why Greg Brown stopped the match. If let's say Rad Rob had got put in that position, do you think that he's going to stop that match?
No.
Never in a million years. He's going to watch Rad Rob's arm come outside his shoulder and get pinned before he stops it. The reason Greg stopped it is because he knows.
Greg.
I didn't bring it up.
Greg,
I promise.
Steve will be talking about this for years to come.
Yeah.
Edo, you're the one that brought it up.
I was talking about your match. I was talking about strategies here.
Unfortunately,
you said, why did you get flustered?
Unfortunately,
right?
talking about the monster match comes with talking about this because it did happen, unfortunately. But once again,
I love you, Greg.
yes.
I want you to know that. I love you.
I brought it up. Sorry, Greg. I saw an arm break last weekend in Los Cruces. Poor Greg. Shout out to Greg Brown, baby. Where you at, baby? DM me for the link. Let's go.
Love you, Greg.
But there is a reason why the young one is on, I'm sure, tonight. So let's get into that. Josiah, you asked me for the link, bro. What's that? You just wanted to hang out, or you got something you want to say to somebody?
I kind of just wanted to hang out.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I ain't got no call.
You had me all excited an hour and 21 minutes ago.
Am I going to call out?
No, but he does have a match coming against Dustin Poston on the 3rd for our rankings. So that'll be a good match. You, says Rad Rob. I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
But Josiah, well, I don't know. Should we? You boys killing it. There we go. Appreciate you, Rad Rob.
Thank you, bro.
Steve, what do you think? Is it personal information on what we learned the other day or yesterday about Dustin? I gotta know whether to bring that up.
If you have to ask yourself, probably not.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Okay. I
You
don't
gotta think about it. Probably not.
Hold out. Huh?
No, I was going to say, if he didn't text you, then I don't think you have anything to worry about, because I feel like he probably would have texted you if there was. We'll say it was an injury scare, but it doesn't sound like anything to worry about, because he probably would have said something. So, but okay. Dustin Poston.
His limbs are fine, by the way.
Yes.
Not a limb injury.
Yes. Dustin Poston versus Josiah at 154 pounds, 155 pounds. Weight limit would be 157 with clothes on. That will be for a ranking. That will be one of the matches on February 3rd. It will only be a right-handed match. You know, I don't know. I know that Dustin has been working extremely hard for this. I don't know how invested Josiah's training has been within the last, let's say, well, for how long it takes. You know, Josiah was arm wrestling pretty significantly, pretty often for quite some time. Yeah. But to get that back, I would say it probably takes about a month and a half, about a solid month and a half, 2 months. And he doesn't have that as of right now, but kind of fill us in, young one, what that's looking like.
Yeah. So I just, for probably like 5 months, haven't really like been coming to practice, nothing like that. I haven't really been working out at all. I've just been kind of like arm wrestling Zach and my sister's husband whenever they're down, but like it's probably once or twice a week for like 5 minutes, you know, just a quick little pull. And really that's all I've been doing. But I think, you know, a little bit of time off, I feel just really healthy. Like I'm completely fresh. So,
yeah.
And I mean, I'm just excited to see everybody saying good things like, that Dustin's leveled up and he's, you know, he's going crazy. So I'm definitely excited to see where he's at. And
yes. So you have a win on Dustin last year at the Battle of the Brave.
Yeah.
And that was the last time you guys seriously gripped up, correct?
Yes.
And
styles make matches, baby.
And styles make matches. Unfortunately, when do we talk styles make? Kevin always tuning in supporting. Yeah, Greg Brown talking about Kevin Brault.
Oh yeah, man.
Jesus Monster Martinez. I would love to see that. Kevin, what do you think, boy? But
yeah,
unfortunately, on Dustin's end, Dustin, I'd love to know whether if you're in the chat or if you're here listening. But Dustin has a really small hand. He has a really small lever.
Yeah.
And with those things, it makes it extremely hard for him to get what he needs in the setup legally. On the flip side of that, Josiah is 155 pounds. And how tall are you?
I'm like 5'11" without shoes.
Like almost 6 foot. So very long, lanky, long forearm, long levers, hands huge.
Yeah.
And then particularly likes to, now I know he told me a little bit differently, but particularly likes to low hand top roll, which is a hooker's nightmare. And that just happens to be what Dustin is. So I really do feel like, I don't know why.
Good.
Yeah, everything tells me to choose Dustin in the match because he's been working so hard. But I really just I've pulled both of them for quite some time. I know what they both do. And I really feel like Dustin will have to get a really solid bite in the straps in order for Josiah to feel any resistance. And I also feel like I also feel like it's going to have to be buckle side. Like I feel like it would go back and forth because Josiah is not a slouch in the straps. He kind of knows what he's doing in the straps. So
Who is his mentor again? We know that guy, don't we?
I don't know. He's probably not very good at arm wrestling. But I'm interested to know what the panel thinks. So Scott, as far as that match goes, I know Dustin is a part of your team, so I would love to hear what you think as far as the Josiah versus Dustin match.
I think it's a great match. Honestly, he's been training his ass off. Honestly, Josiah is really strong too. When we pulled him at your house the last time.
Okay.
Very, very strong on the top. I like that. I think it's going to be a good match. Like you said with the levers, though, it's going to be a bit difficult because Josiah has longer forearms. So if there's going to be any advantage for Dustin, he'd have to shoot super fast inside. Really fast. If that be the case, or even going to the strap, being inside there, or Josiah just takes over the top and takes over that whole thing.
Yeah, I really do feel like the mitigating factor in that match is whether or not Dustin can get his shoulder behind his arm fast enough to fall on top of it and hold. Because if he gets it behind it, his arm will go, but he could make the adjustment to suck him back in. If at any point he stays extended, I just don't see it being a good day for Dustin. Steve, what do you think?
I had the opportunity to pull Josiah a little bit at your house on the end of year. And even though he's been out of the game for a couple of months, that kid is solid. I mean, he's strong. In the strap, strong, bro. Your hand's big. You know your movements. That being said, Dustin has been working really, really hard, on his game also. And that hand, bro, like his clamp is ridiculous. For the size of his hand, the strength that he has in that thing is pretty insane. Yeah. I personally think that, he does have to go to the strap. I think he has to stay away from your hand. I think he has to slit from the get-go and go to the strap. I think it's going to be I'm so excited for this match. I think it's going to be a 3-2, and I'm going to say Dustin's name because he's on my team. But I think it's a good match.
Okay. Ed?
I'm going to go with 3-0 for Dustin.
Ooh, yeah. I love it.
And
is it only 3 or is it 5?
Best of 5.
Best of 5. So 3-0. 3-0.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
If Josiah sets up like this, like he did in the Battle of the Trough, like this
against Jake,
kind of one gives his move away, and two just completely dumps his wrist like that, you will probably lose every round. Yeah. I think you will need to be a little bit like you can't give away your move in the beginning.
Right.
If you're going to do something, you got to do something. What I don't see a lot is any like diversion pressures or like you guys load back, you go back, you load front, you go front. It's like I think if you did like a diversion pressure or something, I think you'd be in a better spot.
Now, I will also say with that, Ed, you're talking about somebody who has the prowess of Jake Ventura to know, okay, I lost to him this way. Now I'm going to try this and do a high post top roll, and high post top rolled with Josiah, and that's how he beat Josiah. I don't foresee Dustin trying that, and I don't foresee Dustin having the angling that Jake has to be able to pull that off. But you are right. Don't give away so much of your game plan in general, because then when you're pulling somebody who you don't necessarily know or who you've never pulled, then they don't know, oh, okay, well, he's obviously going to try to low hand top roll because he's now dumped his wrist completely. Does that make sense? So grab your grip and then dump, once you're getting closer to the low hand or the ready go. But yeah, I'm very intrigued by your count there, Edo. 3-0, huh?
Yeah, I've held Dustin a couple times. Like after you do this for a couple of years, you feel certain people, and you're like, yeah, this guy's going to be strong.
Yeah.
Dustin is one of those guys.
He is. He is. We definitely just got to get him into his lane. I love the fact that he's a short guy that does not fucking mind the riser. Every time he pulls, he's like, give me the riser, because you pull how you preach what you practice. And when he gets to the table, that's how he's going to feel. He's big on technique. He's got a crazy one move. And I really feel like his silver bullet, I feel like when people have a silver bullet, that's their best chance at being a great arm wrestler. Is really having one solid move and then kind of being able to foundationally work, as they go. And for his anatomy, for biomechanically, it just makes sense for him to do this. So yeah, I will pull Monster again as long as there are two good refs. I will make sure he doesn't carve on me.
Kevin, Monster will beat your ass.
Yeah, I personally think
Monster's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Monster's the favorite. But I will say this. When you watch that Steve versus Monster match, there is no shot in a million years that Monster weighed anywhere close to 220 pounds. My man had to be over 235 at least. My man 6'5" on a good day, and looked like twice the size of Steve. I highly doubt it's just because Steve didn't eat his Wheaties that day. I know how big Steve is.
Oh, you beat him in a tournament.
He did beat him in a tournament at Arizona State.
Kevin leveled up.
He beat him at Arizona State right-handed in our class, but then Monster came back and beat him the following. So yes, that would definitely be an interesting match. If Monster could make a good weight, and like we were saying, if Monster could drop to 220 and make that weight, because I don't think Kevin, do you walk around heavier than 220 and make the cut, or do you walk around under and then try to eat into the class? Because I know you're really tall.
Right there. Yeah, he's like 6'5" too, right?
Yeah.
Kevin's really
and
tall.
Kevin's saying Monster never beat him. I think you may be confusing me with Kevin. So round one with Monster at Arizona State 2023, I waxed him. And then I had to face him again. And I was confused on why I had to face him again. And he beat me. So I want to say Kevin took second at 220 in 2023, AZ State. And then Monster took third.
Wait, so you only lost to Reagan at Arizona State in that weight class, Kevin? I must have it fucked up. Yeah, I must be thinking about you, Steve, but I swear I thought that was the case. I thought I saw that, but
yeah, Kevin, I've never even
Reagan mania.
his hand, man. I would love to hold hands with him one day. You're not that far either, man. New Mexico, I got a lot of family out there. I got two sisters that live out there.
Yeah,
so.
I took second. Everyone should be after Reagan. Yeah, Reagan is.
Reagan's like 260 now, though, bro.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
His hand is stupid big too.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, we're at the 1.5 hour mark. I think we got all we needed out. Aaron got everything he needed off his chest. We talked about Scott versus Aaron. We talked about Steve versus Ed. Josiah teased us with a call out and just decided he wanted to come hang out after an hour.
Sorry.
Ed, what's the count on our match?
3-0, you win.
Hey.
I guess we'll see tomorrow. I mean, I'm the lightest I've ever been in a very long time, so we'll see. Maybe I'm just super weak.
No chance.
Maybe all that practice pulling we did was just me at 100%.
Super possum with this guy. He likes it too. He likes being sneaky.
I mean, look at all. I mean, I have all these. I have results.
You do.
I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, there's a couple of first places in here. This is amateur. This is pro.
Is that how it's broken up?
Yeah, and there's like some stuff up top.
Okay, I love it. What would you say? What would you say, Ed, about yourself in the change that you've experienced in the last 2-3 months, as far as your body weight and everything that's coming along with that?
Well, I haven't gone 100% with the new weight. My wrist, and my hand are a lot stronger than before.
Interesting.
So I've been training a lot of that, wrist and hand.
Yeah.
I've been training a lot of different things. So yeah.
Do you feel like you had a drop off in any top speed horsepower, drag as far as through your back, anything with a significant weight drop? I mean, it's not too crazy, but it's what, like 25 plus pounds?
Yeah, I mean, I could still stop Eric just fine. I can't pin him. I have pinned him in practice, but just like when Steve pins me in practice.
Yeah,
it's practice, baby.
It's practice.
Yeah,
it's practice.
Kevin, have a great night. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Glad to have
Thanks,
you on.
Kevin. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah,
I'd rather appear weak and then be strong, in person.
I know
when it matters.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I've been perceiving for a while now.
Yeah, you ever read the Art of War?
Absolutely.
Appear weak when you're strong.
Sun Tzu.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Some of y'all should read that.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Anybody got any last closing words before we got out? Anything anybody wants to? Okay, so let's. He's not on. I would have said the same thing if you were on. But who? Let's hear the counts for me versus Aaron.
Oh God.
Wait, Aaron who? Aaron Bardin?
Yeah, he called me out for February 3rd, so I'm going to take that match.
Best of 5?
Best of 94.
3-0. John.
Yeah, I think the same.
Maybe like 3-1.
You're generous.
For Aaron. I'm just kidding for you.
Oh, damn!
Yeah. No.
Whoa, what did he say?
I mean, Aaron didn't feel weak. I mean, a lot of the stuff that, he did have a lot of good points today. He is pretty damn unlikable, so it's hard to accept his good points, but, yeah, it is what it is.
No, for sure. He has been wanting this match for a long time. I was actually just thinking about that today, about how long I have been talking about this guy and arm wrestling him, so glad to put it to rest.
I mean, you got to give the guy props. I mean, he is having, he's having some matches and stuff. I mean, he's active. That's
Absolutely,
a lot more
man.
than a lot of people. I mean, it's like
after the 3rd, he's probably already got more Arizona Super matches than I do. So
yeah, it's like when people talk crap about Greg about he's always losing matches. Yeah, you don't take any matches. You know what I mean?
His arm on the table.
Yeah, no, man, that's respect. 100%. Stepping on the table doesn't matter, win or lose. Do it.
Exactly. Win or lose, it doesn't matter.
It does if you lose to Aaron, though. So.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Don't do that.
Good luck tomorrow, Scott.
Aaron will remind you.
All right, there you go. You can take it.
All right, boys.
Too big.
Yeah, Edo's have to do sleeves and stuff. So
Edo's too big.
I will see each and every one of you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. For anybody that's watching tomorrow, practice at my house. Edo versus Steve. First, we'll do Aaron versus Scott. We'll have a big practice. Ed, are you planning on bringing your table tomorrow?
It's always in the car, so if we need it.
Cool. All right, boys.
We'll bring my riser.
Take it
For
easy.
who?
You guys.
Yeah. You should use a riser. All right, see you guys.
All right, later.
Great night, y'all. Signing off, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. It was another great episode. Lots of spiciness. Had some call-outs. Like I said, tomorrow practice, if you're in the Valley, 1 p.m. at my house. DM me for an address if you need it. Once again, we're going to do this every Friday. So next Friday, if anybody wants to jump on, there is no panel. There is no body. There is no host other than me. It's just that I have friends and they all want to be on. So anybody can jump on this. Please feel free to DM me for the link next week if you want to join in. I appreciate you guys' support. Share this video. Arizona Arm Wrestling gets bigger each and every day, baby. Let's go.